Welcome everyone to the 68th AHCA NCAL Annual Convention in Las Vegas. Today we're blessed to have Faye Haverlock from Okeechobee, Florida. Faye, I've known you for over a decade. You have an amazing facility, amazing staff, and under your leadership, some big things are happening. The Silver Award and Nurse of the Year. Tell us about what you've been doing and tell us about the award. We want to hear all about it.
Well, first, I am so pleased to be here and get to see you. And do you realize that we met in February of 2008? And look at what all's happened. And you're part of it. You helped me do because I had no training in nursing home.
You run an amazing building, and the staff, the knowledge and your leadership has gotten you to this point, and I'm grateful for the kind words. I tell the story how when all the staff have certified nursing assistant competencies, which again, you're ahead of the time, and when the maintenance fellow was transferring the patient and the surveyors came in, thinking he couldn't help the patient transfer, he flipped up his badge. It's like the new gold standard. So yeah. I mean, that's amazing. And
we still do that.
Still do that. And with the regulatory changes and the expectation of competencies, that would be an example of what would be expected, because you're training and educating your entire staff on how to care for the patients with that course.
Right. Well, for an example of that, the storm we just came through, we let the staff bring their immediate families into the building with them. So we set up a nursery in areas where we entertained the children. So all of the management staff stayed, and we had no problems. We have 2 generators, so we were able to run the building, but we took care of the residents, but we take care of our staff too. They're important.
And there's a book called The New Gold Standard. It's the Ritz-Carlton, and it talks about taking care of your staff, and that's definitely contributes to your success because you're so great with your staff. And then extending this, the generators and having the families come in, brilliant, because the families need to have help too, especially everything going down in Florida.
Right. Right. And I think it's personal. I try to treat everybody like I want to be treated, and in return, they treat the residents just like they're being treated this way, And the Nurse of the Year, she started with us as a housekeeper.
You're kidding? That's amazing.
So we have people that are advancing, and we sponsor them if they want to go into nursing. They have to pass certain criteria. But it just thrills us to see them get that classification and come back to work, it really perks everybody else up.
Many CEOs, owners, can be hesitant to expend the dollars, invest in training, but you are obviously understand the outcomes, because if you have a trained staff person, the positives ripple effect.
Right.
And
right.
We all know the story with the CEO says, let's train all of our people, and then the CFO says, well, what if they leave? And then the CEO says, what if we don't train them and they stay?
Right.
Right?
Perfect.
So therefore,
perfect.
You're already ahead of everyone else and giving the educational component, having set our relationship as well. And the nurse that she went from housekeeping, promoting within, giving people opportunity to grow professionally, and now she is Nurse of the Year, and she'll be getting her award.
Yes.
Here. That's right.
I recognized her this morning.
This morning, that's right. At the opening remarks, that's great.
Yes.
And what did you think about the Good to Great book? I've got one for you. Jim Collins.
Yes, that was wonderful.
Did a good.
It was good.
Yep, you did a good job with that.
Yes. I look forward to reading it.
What about one other thing? You know, you've got the Silver Quality Award. Can you give any advice for the viewers? Well, how did you do that? How did you? Any tips for the people watching?
Well, I think it's the way we treat our staff. They're the ones that created it. And then you were very instrumental in that. I was looking back. Since 2008, you've helped us. We've expanded from 90 beds to 180, and we're adding 20 more.
You're kidding, that's amazing. It's so good, it's so good.
But with the expertise that you brought into the building, and I will say the girls that you've sent in are wonderful. Our staff love them. They look forward to them coming, and they get the training. Plus, you're doing the review that gives me so much information to help me make decisions. So it's wonderful.
And you know, Faye, it's interesting. What I didn't realize when I built it was that those chart reviews are giving us data to analyze and then give the feedback. It's lifting up the hood, and you don't know what you don't know, and you've always been so supportive and utilizing those reports to then grow. And now again, today, it's QAPI, it's systems refinement, and something you've been doing for a decade. So it's great.
Right.
We're so grateful to have you.
Well,
We'll have a great convention.
Yes, thank you.
Faye Haverlock from Okeechobee, Florida. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.